Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I closed 10 clients in just 11 days. Okay, the first thing I just want to start off by saying is this is my transformation. This is just 1 year and as well as my business transformation. So I'm not some random person just yapping in front of the camera. Okay, I actually have gone through this, and if you want to see the proof, this is exactly what our calendar looks like. So I'm actually going to have to blur a lot of this, but this was the month of August. What we do is we run paid ads. We've ran every acquisition source you can ever think of to the top of your brain. And we've done Instagram, we've done cold calling, we've done SMS blasts, we've done appointments through paid ads, and we've done everything in the book. So I am exactly going to give you the sauce A to Z on this, okay? So as well as just to show you proof, like no guru is showing you their damn Stripe account, okay? So this was, I believe, August 29th when we had paid ads running. Right now we're actually working on a new agency, so that's going to be very exciting, so I can show you guys A to Z on how that goes. But you can see here, let me show you the dates. If I zoom in, I have all these checked. As you can see, I have a couple $500 payments, but this is just our setup fee. So there's also money that we're making on the back end. We make all of our money from the back end. So you can see these setup fees right here is just paying back for our acquisition cost and our closer, okay? So we're paying our closer a base, and we're also literally not even spending $1 to acquire a client, because we're literally just spending money on ads, and then we're collecting that in the setup fee, and as well as all the back end operational things. So I don't even have to be in the daily operations. I just have a Filipino PA making everything for me, like doing all the service delivery. So this is the beauty of it, right? And then that's where I'm making money on the back end. So here, just a pay per appointment offer is what I run, as well as a type of results offer. So you can see really where we make all of our money is on the back end. I could do a separate video on that of it itself, but you can see here August 19th, August 20th, August 21st, August 23rd. You can literally count by these days one by one. This is literally 10 days where we closed, okay? So here, I'm going to just literally dive right into it. What exactly do you need to do something like this, get these types of results, okay? So specifically in this video, I'm going to dive into paid ads. I can make a separate video on just cold outreach itself, because there are so many different ways. There's so many ways to do it correctly, but here I'm just going to show you exactly how to do it with paid ads and what exactly your funnel needs to look like, your thank you page, this and that, and your script, and how to actually make a campaign in real time. So I'm literally giving you all the sauce right here. Okay, your favorite guru is definitely not doing this. First thing you need to do is create your ad, okay? So here you have your ad, and then underneath that, you're going to have your offer, okay? Because you want to make your offer appear as much as you can to your prospects, right? This is what they need to see. So if you look at my other videos about service delivery and this and that, and you've done your research, YouTube is literally the biggest library of information, as well as I've hired many mentors in the past just to learn this type of stuff. But you need to get a good offer, and the way you can get a good offer is by knowing exactly what you're doing with your SMMA and knowing how to do the service delivery in the first place. Don't cap your mind off just to make some money. That's not how you do it, and you'll get in trouble, okay? So here's how we do it. We run an ad. I personally run video ads. Your favorite guru is probably going to tell you, oh, just run some picture ads, they'll get some results. No, they're not, okay? They actually suck. Your CPM, it might be a little low, and if you don't know what I mean by CPM and all these metrics, then you have a lot to learn still, okay? But basically what I mean is do not run image ads. There's going to be no retention there. They're not going to build any trust with them, and you can't just slap an offer on top of an image ad. You actually have to make a video and sell your prospect in as quick as you can on that video. So our videos are typically around 45 seconds to a minute. I'm going to show you live on creating a campaign. But first thing you have to do is create your ads. You have to, and make sure if you have a closer right now, you have to make sure your closer records the ads. If you're the person that's taking all the sales calls, which I'm not, but if you have someone who's taking the sales calls, you have to have him record that. You also have to have him record the thank you page video, okay? Very, very important, just to build that barrier of trust, okay? So here's your offer. Your offer can be like, I guarantee you 18. So there's two different ways. You want to create a blue ocean for yourself. We personally do a pay per result offer. I know in the past we've done retainers as well. We've done anything underneath the nose, okay? So you have retainers. You can do, I guarantee you 18 jobs in 3 months, right? You can do something like that, and you just break down the math on the damn sales call and show them exactly how there's no risk for them. If you're in detailing, like car detailing, like I guarantee you 15 ceramic coating jobs. If you're in real estate, I'll get you 100 leads in 90 days. I don't know, right? I'm not in this niches and everything, but I'm in the home improvement niche. So after this, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to have to send them to either a website or you're going to send them over to a instant form, okay? So I'm going to show you live making a campaign, but let me just show you the structure first, okay? Because if you're not going to be able to look through the structure, I'm sorry, this is so clapped, but you're going to have a form or you're going to have a web. And if you don't even know what I mean by this, I'll go dive in with making a live campaign. But you'll either have a website, a landing page with your offer and everything on that, blasted on the screen, or you'll have a form. Now, let me tell you the difference between this. A web is going to have so much higher quality people. Okay, they're probably going to watch your video, your thank you page video. They're probably going to do that. And I'll show you exactly how we even know people have watched our thank you page video, because that's very important going into a sales call. You don't want to just give your closer low quality leads. But if you're just starting out and you just want leads, you're ready to call anybody that comes through, I definitely recommend forms if you have the time for it. But if you're scaling, you're doing this, make sure that you're doing web, okay? And it's a lot higher quality at the same time. So when you do this, right, now after they fill out, their lead information, okay, you basically have their name, phone number, email, whatever. Then you send them to a booking. So there's going to be on the forms, I'm going to show you what it looks like, but there's going to be a button that they can click after they submitted. You can send them to your calendar on Go High Level. If you don't know what Go High Level is, you probably have to learn a lot. Check out my other videos because I'm the most valued person on this internet. And on top of that, for webs, you can literally just send it, redirect the URL. Pretty simple stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Now, after they have booked their appointment, there are certain questions that you want to put onto your booking appointment. For example, one of them is, I know we used to run this in the past, do you know that it takes $50 a day in ad spend? And there's like a question that says, yes, I know it takes money to make money. No. And then it says like, please don't book or something like that, right? And there are other questions like, what's your Instagram or website, blah, 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 all this information just to make them even more quality person. And then after they go to your booking, you're going to then send them to your basically your back-end VSL. That's what we call it. Okay, so I'm not going to type this out, VSL. And what this means, video sales letter. That's what a VSL means. And video sales letters are typically in the front page. If you're sending an SMS blast, I would definitely recommend that you do a VSL on the front end, on your just like your main website page. But if you're doing ads, make sure you send them to a separate area and then also to a separate video, okay? So what this is going to be is your closer or you just ripping as many testimonials as you can in front of their face, okay? So for example, you're going to start off by saying these are probably your 3 challenges you're going through, or actually you just want to start off with showing all your testimonials. If you have any guys, pictures of their faces, what company they worked at, what's their Instagrams. These work so well, and if you don't have testimonials at the moment, that's fine. Okay, you can probably take some screenshots of your conversations with the client, and yeah, it's pretty simple, honestly. And then after that, you just want to have your closer just build a ton of trust before the call, because the more trust you can build throughout the call, it's easy one-call close. We don't do two-call close. We're not pussies. That's not how we work. So here, the back-end VSL, pretty simple, as I just stated. And now let me actually go through the live campaign creation. So here I'm just like on one of the old ad accounts we used to run. You see, we're spending like $120 a day. Come on. You got to do what you got to do. Closing a client a day, that's how you do it, okay? So you can always start off with the ads around $30, $50 a day. You'll definitely get like 3 leads a day. And if you think what you can do with that, you can always start off little. It's pretty simple. But there are some certain little buttons that we're going to flick on that no one has ever told you before, okay? So click on underneath campaigns, create. Here you're going to go for leads, always leads, and also for your clients. And I'll do a service delivery video soon. Continue. Here you always choose manual. You don't want these Facebook to choose random settings for you because they think you don't know what you're doing, but you're watching Mr. Niv right here, so you know what you're doing. Click continue, and then wait for that, and then I'm just going to move this up here. Actually, I'll just move it down here so that way you can see everything. So campaign, this is actually very easy. You just want to name this whatever it is. So you can name it landing page. That's what, we name it. And then you can do like, if you're doing specific, you can really actually name this on the ad set level, but you want to just name the date. So it's the 19th of October. And yeah, honestly, pretty simple. You can put your business name in there or whatever. Now, there are differences between CBO and ABO. So ABO is what it used to be called, but Advantage Campaign Budget. So this is what CBO is. You can turn it on. I would only turn this on if you're scaling. If you know what the winning ads are already, Then you turn on CBO and you start scaling, and you just let Facebook choose which ads to do. But if you're first testing your ads and you just do a couple hooks and you don't know what necessarily is working the best, I know what's working the best because we probably spent over $10,000 on ads now. But I would never start this with a testing campaign, okay? A testing campaign, I would probably do 5 to 7 videos, and each of them, all the videos are going to probably be spending $15 or $20 each. So here, I would just name, like, if I'm doing specific and if I'm doing broad. You can actually see here, I just doxed myself, but also the locations I'm targeting. Sometimes you can do Canada, USA. You can also do, like, which body of the video it is. Depending on hooks, you have to really understand, like, hooks, bodies, like this type of stuff. But here's where you actually choose websites or instant forms. As I said before, instant forms is a lower quality, but you get more volume. Website is a lot higher quality person. And the reason I do it is just because we're scaling, man. And also we have closers in place. I'm not going to feed them any bullshit. Okay, so here, actually very important. It's called a pixel. So I'm actually probably going to blur this out. It says their company name right there. But here is where you actually create a pixel. So you can just literally click on that, create new pixel. It's really easy to set up. You can look it up on YouTube. It's actually so simple. It's not complicated. Budget, as I said, $15 or $20 per video, so you can test it. And you want to do ABO because you're just testing. You're testing because what Facebook normally does with CBOs is it's going to dump the budget into whatever it thinks is the best. Okay, but sometimes you just want to make sure and you want to test. Okay, so that's the whole purpose of it. Now, I always recommend that you start these at midnight. Because if you don't start at midnight, it's just going to, let's say you start at 12 p.m. There's only 12 hours left in the day, and your $100 budget for that day is going to be spent within that 12-hour time frame. So just make sure you start at midnight or just really, really early in the morning, like 4 a.m. if you're working like those hours like I do. So locations, I would recommend just excluding New Mexico and Alaska. Now, here is where your favorite guru is probably going to tell you, oh, just do broad. Don't do broad, okay? Switch to original audience options, use original audience, and here you're going to go ahead and I would recommend choosing the age if your demographic is, I mean, if you're in car detailing, it's probably going to be like youngest guys, 18, like there are high school kids doing that stuff. Real estate agents, they're 25 and above, I would assume. And then as far as home improvement, yeah, these guys are old. Trust me, they're old. So they don't know what they're doing with computers. So yeah, 25 I would do, just recommending for you guys. Gender, it depends on your niche. For home improvement, most of the workers out there, they're males, okay? So here is the secret sauce. So what you're going to do, depending on what your niche is, you're just going to type in, like, what type of roles in that workforce there are, okay? So I'm trying to find an example off the top of my head. If you're doing bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, I would assume, like, interior design, contractor, stuff like this. Like, and then you can always click on suggestions, and that's going to basically pop up everything. I just doxed myself again, so I'm going to blur that out. But you're going to see what's relevant to that keyword that you just typed in. So I always recommend clicking on suggestions, and you'll see even more stuff. So let me just, like, type in contractor. Let me see if something pops up for that. And you actually want to pick these pretty specifically. So you want to look for where it says interest on the right side. You don't want to look for job titles or employees. You can click on that. That's fine. But definitely when you're doing your clients ads, make sure it's interest. Don't make sure it's job titles. Like that's. But yeah, let's say you're doing electric. Okay, you can do electrical contractor suggestions, and then you'll see building contractor, electrician, master electrician, like all things related. And then here, what I'm going to do is define further. This is the sauce. Define further. You want to do business page admins, okay? Now there's Facebook and there's Instagram page admins. So I don't recommend page admins. Page admins can be probably the Indians that are working for the company. But if you do business page admins, like most of the time, it's probably going to be the business owner that has access to the admin of or actually wait, let me see. Business page admins, yep. And then you also want to do Instagram admin. Should be something like this. Instagram business profile admins. There you go. That's the secret sauce, and you can see like it's gonna define the audience like crazy. So I think my population was around 400 to 700,000, and keep in mind that's the United States where there's like 300 million people. So it really does work in hyper targeting your specific person, right? I would recommend doing, if it's home improvement, yeah, you want to do English. There's a lot of people that cross the border. I'm not going to dive into it, but yeah, you just want to do English. You don't want to get people that are broke. And then here, it's actually pretty simple. You just plug in your creative, Ad copy, I'd recommend funnel hacking your competitors. Look at your niche and just look at what people are doing, and you'll get a good idea of what to recreate and make better. Okay. For videos, I can make a separate video on that. It's really complicated. Understanding the hooks, the bodies, and then knowing what works, because I already have spent 10,000 in ads, so I know it works. And then here you do your website URL, but let's say you're doing instant forms, which most of you will probably do when you start out. You choose the page, and then you click on here where it says create form, and then here you just go through it. And sometimes if you are on a new ad account, it will let you do a rich creative. I recommend doing a rich creative because it's just a lot more modern. It was newly made. It was probably introduced like 2 months ago on Facebook. So you're either going to do rich creative or you're going to do more volume. Higher intent sucks. And then here where you send message for leads at the end, this is where you're going to plug in your calendar page, okay? And tell them one more step left, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's actually very, very simple, and you'll get results just like this. Now I want to show you also kind of like the automation part of things, because that's actually very important. So you can see here, this is just like a client a long time ago. So what we do on the VSL at the very end, so we have like a 5 or 6 minute video backend VSL, right? Remember this structure, okay? You have your ad offer, send them to the web form, or they do the lead form, and then you send them to your calendar and backend VSL, okay? So here, what you're gonna do after that, once they book their appointment, you're going to, make them confirm, right? Simple things, right? And then when we have a thing that texts them back automatically and within 5 minutes, saying thanks for letting me know that you confirmed your appointment, blah blah blah. But what's very important is that you can see right here where he typed in our company name. He literally sent this text, and do you know why? Because at the end of the backend VSL, it says, if you have watched this video to the end, say this company or say this name, and we know you watched the video. The amount of people that have we've been able to sell so easily, it's because they watched the video. So you need to plug in as many times as you can possible to watch your video. Send them an email. Send them a 24-hour before email. And if you want the exact automation, just DM me on Instagram. I'll give it to you. I don't really give a shit. And yeah, it's literally that simple. So that's A to Z on like how to actually got this many clients in just a short amount of time frame. And all the proof is here. I'm not some random bullshitter. And yeah, if you want to, you can DM me on Instagram. If you have any inquiries, if you're trying to work for me, you can, right? And I have literally everything documented on Instagram, so you can check me out. But yeah, if you got some value from this, I appreciate it if you like the video and you also subscribe. You get some more videos like this, more sauce, and you'll be able to grow your business faster. So hope you got immense value from this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.